Hey, Deftwise-Zero here, and look, I found Spencer Brinkerhoff III.
Have we met yet? I'm sorry, do I know you? What are you doing here? This guy's always following me around. Leave me alone. Hi, my name is Spencer Brinkerhoff III. There are two other Spencers out there, except no imposter. I have been an artist all of my life, and I've been trying to find different ways to express my art. One of the things that I am most proud of is I've been able to contribute to the Star Wars universe and create some officially licensed art prints for Lucasfilm, as well as design some of their official merchandise. And I fixed part of Star Wars where I recreated a piece from The Empire Strikes Back. So that's one of the things I'm probably most well known for, and I'm part of the 501st Legion. But I've also started to create my own content, and I make drawing coins. I was invited by Lucasfilm to come out to one of their Star Wars celebrations and to actually teach one of the drawing classes. And I love drawing, I love teaching, but it can be very difficult. And I wanted to do a step-by-step system, and I remembered the old school methods that I used, just used basic shapes. So I had a coin minted, and the coin is called Drawing is Simple, and it's a very small gold coin. And that gold coin, you trace around it, you mark the guides, and then you can follow the steps to draw. It really is a simple system. Anybody can do it just by tracing the coin. So when I was very young, I first saw Star Wars in the theater, and that really set off my imagination for everything else that I did artistically. Miniatures, models, illustration, the art of Ralph McQuarrie, the imagination of mask building, set design. All of these creative outputs started from Star Wars. And I've actually dabbled in a little bit of all of those fields as well. Just still trying to figure out how to make a living doing it, right? Aside from Star Wars, I really, it's weird to say it's a different genre, but Indiana Jones, it was a big inspiration. Transformers, love those cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons were a ritual in my house. Wake up every morning, bowl of cereal, watching cartoons for 5 hours straight. All of those things I love immensely. When I was younger, I also really enjoyed the Dragonlance series. So there's this art and fantasy. It's and those ones really helped inspire me to sort of like create some of my own content as well. So the idea of imagination, sword fighting, robots, I'm all over the place. I love it all. So the light sticks are another little invention that I have, and it's an in-camera special effect. So the fluorescent from the light, that you can see it gathers the light, you hold that up in front of your camera, and when you take a picture, the flash makes it glow, and it composites it with your photo. So even though you're holding it right here and your subject is far away, it puts those two images together because most camera lenses, are not well enough they're not made well enough to create a nice depth of field. So the light stick is just a cheap little keychain that adds so much fun to everything that you do. It can be laser beams, it can be lasers out of your eyes, out of a power ring or a repulsor blast, any number of special effect. It's just a light stick special effect. So my art style has been all over the place. When Lucasfilm first gave me the opportunity to create my own Star Wars, I wanted it to be back to that Saturday morning version of Star Wars. So I choose to do an animated style because if you go too realistic, then people, will really critique it a lot harder and it looks like a photo. So I wanted to make an animated version. As I started to develop the Drawing is Simple system, I transitioned more into a Saturday morning cartoon style where the head is almost a bobblehead style, giant head, small body, and then it's easier to approach and it's fun to watch. So that's the way that my style has been of late, is more of a cartoon animated style. Who shot first, Han or Credo? The answer is yes, obviously. No, I'm kidding. Han Solo shot first. I saw the movie in the theaters. That's the way that I saw it and I remembered it. But George Lucas, as the ultimate sort of like creator, he's always going to be tinkering with his work. And I think that in the end, they had them both shooting at the same time, and Han does this weird sort of like neck dodge thing. So I'm fine with that too. I'd rather this all get along than fight over who shot first. So I'm good with it. But I will say my very first Star Wars art print that I drew, it was Han and Greedo in the cantina. Greedo's down, face down on the table. His gun is nowhere in sight. So for that piece, there's no evidence that Greedo even had a gun. So Han shot first. There, I said it. Okay, now I'm in trouble. So anyone who's interested in sort of like being an artist or trying to get into this field, I would say go to school. Learn all different types of artwork, learn different styles, learn different methodologies, but also learn about industrial design. Learn about the business side of art. Learn how to sell your art. Because creating art can be a wonderful endeavor and it can help people and it can make the world a better place, but you've also got to provide for yourself. You've got to provide for your family. So recognize that art for art is a beautiful thing, but art for business pays the bills. So remember to balance your artistic endeavors with your business endeavors so that you know and recognize the value of the art that you're creating and the way that you're contributing to the society. I hope you guys learned something from this interview today. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I wanted to say thank you to David W. Media for taking time out of their busy schedule and coming to talk to me, because that makes me feel special. And really, it's a lot of work that they're putting in to creating this video so you guys can enjoy it. So David W. Media, again, thank you very much. If you have anything that you wanted to ask me outside of this video or questions that you might have, I'm Spencer Brinkerhoff III. That's Spencer B3. On Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, Spencer B3. That's how you can find me. Thank you guys. This guy's always following me around. Leave me alone.
Star Wars effect.